Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's second video. So day 10 will take us to around the 31st of July, actually, can you believe that? The last day of the month. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. We'll run it around a couple of weeks. And have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video. The next 4 weeks, which gets us into the middle of August. I'll get on with that for you very shortly. Just say that the first video of today was the 7 AM forecast with Savvy. So Savvy did the 7 AM forecast for me today. Don't worry, he didn't have to get up at 7 AM. He did it last night for me. And it's a great watch, actually. Savvy's a fantastic forecaster. So check out Savvy's forecast. Thank you so much to Sav, as always, you know, for the forecast. And yeah, it's amazing. It's a great forecast. So check out Savvy's forecast. We have not yet done so. I had the two that yesterday, of course, so everything went fine, no problems, not been in all that much pain. Jaw's a little bit tight, though, today, probably from a little bit of swelling and whatnot. So, no USA forecast this weekend. We'll definitely be back next week. I just want to keep today's, today to one upload. So, the USA forecast returns next week. However, this video is not the end of the content today, because at 7 PM tonight we will be releasing the second winter 2021-2022 preamble. I pre-recorded that several days ago, so that is there and it's in the can, and you'll be able to have a watch at that around 7 PM tonight. It's a very interesting watch as well. Of course, that's ahead of the start of winter updates, which is just like 6 weeks away now, getting ever closer to winter updates. So yeah, check out the preamble, second preamble of winter 21-22 around 7 PM this evening. Please like, share, subscribe on all videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday afternoon. It's very, very hot again today, so that's where we're going to start with this video, looking at the latest observations from XC Weather. So here we go, up to 30 degrees now across the southwest. Exeter, home of UK Met, is up to 30 degrees right now. We've also got 26 at Lynham, we've got 28 at Land Hill as well. Across the south, we're into the upper 20s, Oldham, 27 degrees. London City Airport is at 28, going northwards to Cranfield, 24 through there. Church Lawford, 27, East Midlands, 25 into Wales. Got Lake Burley at 24, got Capel Curragh at 25, northwards to Leeds, 20 degrees there, not quite as hot there, and actually close towards the North Sea coast is a little bit cooler there. Bulmer at 18 degrees, then into East Scotland. Dundee is at 20 degrees, and Aberdeen is at 19 degrees. Northern Ireland is hotting up again, got 27 degrees there. You'll be up to 30 across Northern Ireland tomorrow. So it's hot out there. Temperatures again across much of the south will be ranging from around 30 to 32 this afternoon. That's 86 to 90 Fahrenheit. And so the heat wave goes on for the time being. Obviously, this is lifting up the central temperature, so CT is now standing at 18.2. That's over 2 degrees above average now. That's provisional to yesterday, but 20. That's going to go further, which take today, tomorrow into account as well. It'll probably level off at the end of the week and into the weekend, and then next week it may well start to drop this. So it could be very interesting to see where we finish up with the CT by month's end. The reason I say that the CT is likely to drop, next week is because of this. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensemble. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. We're starting off warmer than average at the moment. It's really quite hot out there at the moment. It's going to stay that way for the next 2 or 3 days. But into the weekend and through next week, you see quite a slide in the temperature taking place. In fact, by next week, the ensemble mean, which is the white line, is actually going a little bit under average. We might actually go a little bit cooler than average through next week. What a change that would be after all the hot weather we've had recently, and more unsettled too. So the next 2 or 3 days will be mostly dry, although we'll have again these scattered thunderstorms around. Most places will miss them, but if you get one like yesterday, you will know about it. Really quite violent. But over the weekend into next week, we turn unsettled. So this area here is where again the thundery breakdown. And then through next week, it's basically a case of showers or longer spells of rain, and that carries on into the first week of August as well. Temperature anomalies on the 21st, 29th of July are going to be hotter than average. I would expect these to start cooling down any time from around tomorrow onwards. So expect those to start cooling, but for the time being, the anomaly is still warmer than average from the 21st, 29th of July, and the precipitation anomaly from the 21st to 29th of July is wetter than average in the far south-southeast, drier than average in the central and northern part of the country. Latest wind flow map from earth-nullschool.net shows that we are still under a big area of high pressure. It's high pressure built in from the Azores and has given us this heat wave. You can see deep low pressure in the Atlantic though, and that low pressure is kind of hinting at the changes to come. Right, let's start going through the generic charts then. So we'll have a look at UK Met first of all. This is how UK Met is looking for midnight on Saturday. Again, we've got this thundery low moving up from the southwest midnight on Saturday. That's bringing an end to the heat wave and turning us increasingly thundery. By the time we get through to Sunday, that area of low pressure is centred somewhere across southern England. Again, brings further heavy showers, long spells, rain or thunderstorms to the south. The northern half of the country will probably be mostly dry through the weekend. Then early next week, that trough begins to extend northwards, and even into Scotland, we could start to see showers, thunderstorms breaking out through the early part of next week. By the time we get through to day 8, I should say, which gets us to midnight on Wednesday, 28th of July, we're pulling in a cooler, fresher northwest wind and starting to look showery as well. As far as we get to with the UK Met, let's have a look at GFS midnight run then. Again, there's that low pressure going to bring the thundery breakdown as we move through the end of the week and into the weekend. That thundery low trundles into the North Sea. The early part of next week again will take the shower risk up further northwards with it. And then through the course of next week, just bring this area of low pressure in from off the Atlantic around the middle of next week. So looking very, very different through next week. Showers or longer spells of rain, and with the wind coming in from the North Atlantic, it's bound to be much cooler as well. Temperature taking a real tumble. Look how it looks by the time you get through to the end of next week. This is Friday, 30th of July. Low pressure, and it's more or less centred over western Scotland. So it's going to bring showers, longer spells of rain, and we're bringing in this wind from the northwest. The air is originating somewhere from southern Greenland or Iceland, so it's bound to be a great deal cooler through the latter stages of next week if that comes off. And then up to day 10, just keep it unsettled with trough of low pressure through the country and to our east. Winds pulling into the northwest to the north, so cool, unsettled, showery. And in the more extended range, going through the first week of August, we actually start to move this next area of low pressure in off the Atlantic. So that just keeps the unsettled, cool and showery thing going through the opening days of August. And there's no change really right up to the very end of the GFS V2. We're looking cool, unsettled and showery. A massive change here if the GFS is right through the last days of July and into the opening days of August. This is how the V2 looks. This is the latest. Again, we've got this thundery low trundling up from the south through the course of this weekend. Will bring heavy showers and thunderstorms, particularly to the southern half of the country, and end the heat wave as temperatures will cool down. Early next week, we keep it unsettled. You know, there's further troughs moving through on this northwesterly flow, which is a lot cooler as well. So it's a case of showers or longer spells of rain, really, through the middle part of next week. That looks quite unsettled, I have to say, with spells of rain. And even up to the end of next week, just quite cool, showery winds in from the northwest. So it's going to be a lot cooler, and there will be showers or longer spells of rain coming and going. In the more extended range through the first week of August, again, looking quite unsettled with low pressure, continuing to be in the ascendancy off the Atlantic, bring further showers, if not longer spells of rain. And all the time, wind is coming in from the west to the northwest, so it is going to be a lot cooler with that as well. GM looks like this. Again, we've got this thundery low coming up from the south as we go from Friday into Saturday. Over weekend, much more unsettled and cooling down as well, ending the heat wave. And then into next week, low pressures in off the Atlantic, moving up to day 10. Again, we're cool, showery and unsettled with the GM to the end of July. And the ECM looks like that. Again, the thundery low pushing northwards over the weekend, bringing showers and thunderstorms and cooling the air down as well. And then into next week, it looks much more unsettled with low pressure in off the Atlantic, and that will bring showers and longer spells of rain. And with winds coming in from the west to the northwest, it will be a lot cooler as well. So it's all changed. You know, you're fed up with the heat, you had enough of it. Just got the next couple of days to get out of the way, and then we're into a very different weather pattern for the rest of July and probably lasting into August. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from TibetShow.com. So there will be scattered thunderstorms around today. Most places will miss them. They're very hit and miss. And we go into tomorrow, and there could be 1 or 2 more showers around. Again, most places will miss them. Friday's a mostly dry day until Friday night, when these thunderstorms will start to move into the southwest. And then the first push of heavy rain and thunderstorms moves northwards overnight, Friday into Saturday. So we have storms pushing north across England and Wales through the course of Saturday. Things go a little bit quieter for a time on Saturday evening, but then more storms push northwards through Sunday morning. So Sunday afternoon could be very, very lively across England and Wales. Those sort of times got to Northern Ireland is mostly dry, though. Takes a while for those storms to get northwards, but eventually, by the early part of next week, even eastern Scotland started to come into the firing line with those storms. And then we go through to middle of next week, and we're into like Atlantic-driven weather then. So this wet weather is not thundery that we see here. This is like outbreaks of rain coming in from off the Atlantic Ocean on a very different sort of air mass compared to what we've had for quite some time. So it is a case of all change next week. Right, turn the webcam off. At that point, we'll have a look at the option on the table within the ECM ensembles from the Icelandic Met Office. So these are them. We have, this is for day 10, be the 31st of July, last day of the month. We have 21 members of the ECM ensembles, which will include the control and the operation run, showing low pressure below average heights to our north and northwest, above average heights in the middle of the Atlantic going up towards Greenland. That forces in the wind from the west to the northwest, so it's a lot cooler. And of course, the trough of low pressure will provide showers or longer spells of rain. 19, we'll have this mid-Atlantic ridge up towards Greenland and Iceland, idea with low pressure off the east coast of Scotland. So that's going to bring in the wind from the northwest to the north. And again, it's going to be quite showery about and quite cool as well. And then we have 11 just here again with this mid-Atlantic ridge up towards Greenland. Trough of low pressure to our east, winds in from the north. It's cool. It's unsettled with showers or longer spells of rain. That's probably the coolest, wettest option actually, because the trough of low pressure is more or less over the top of the UK and slightly to our east. But all options are looking cool and showery at the very least in 10 days' time. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. There's a lot of them. It's going to get us to the 5th of August. 14 members of the ECM ensembles have low pressure below average heights over to the east of the country with this mid-Atlantic ridge towards Greenland. That pulls the wind in from the north-northeast. It's cool, it's showery. There's spells of rain coming through with that. 11, low pressure extending through the UK and Ireland. That's going to be unsettled. 10, low pressure just to our east and southeast, winds in from the northeast with that, as we have high pressure towards Iceland and Greenland. 6, have high pressure just to our west. That's the driest option, I think, but still, even that's quite cool with the wind coming in from like west-northwesterly direction. Another 6 just here, low pressure, you know, just somewhere to west of Scotland. That's going to be unsettled and pretty cool as well. And then 4 with a trough of low pressure right over top of the country. You know, they're all varying in the exact placement of the trough and the low, but the basic upshot is that the end of July and the opening days of August are looking a lot cooler and a lot more showery at the very least, if not wet. Right, have a look at CFS V2 and then we're done. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into weekly periods. The first weekly period is going to take us from the 21st to 27th of July. The coming week still has this area of high pressure dominating, bringing in these hot easterly winds, but weaker pressure to the south and southwest is heralding a change, and by the weekend we have a thundery breakdown. And then that takes us into week 2, and it really is all change in week 2. It's the 28th of July to the 3rd of August, mid-Atlantic ridge extending up to Greenland and Iceland, trough of low pressure pretty much over top of the country, winds in from the north or the northeast, or somewhere from the north anyway, so it'll be cool and it'll be showery, if not wet, at the very end of the month and into the beginning of August. Week 3 doesn't really improve things either. This is before through to the 10th of August again. We've got high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. Underneath that, as you get in the summer, we've got this trough of low pressure. So northern blocking combined with a trough of low pressure underneath it. That looks pretty cool and wet to me. And then we go through to week 4, which is going to be the 11th to the 17th of August. The trough eases away to our east, so probably drying up, but still with above average height, still with high pressure, you know, within the northern latitudes, like through Greenland and extending to Svalbard. And so the upshot is that we're going to keep it cool with that. with winds coming in from the north and from the northeast. The only difference is that it probably starts to dry out a little bit, but even that looks quite cool, I have to say, with that northern blocking signal. So if you enjoy hot weather, I think the message from the model output today is make the most of the next couple of days, because by the time you get through the weekend, we've got the Fungi breakdown, and then after that, next week and into at least into the start of August anyway, looking a lot cooler and a lot more unsettled. Right, so if you enjoyed the video, then please can you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much everybody for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Tell friends and family, everybody else who subscribe. It's amazing, it's incredible. We are on the grind now to 12k subscribers. We passed 11.5k yesterday, so we're on our way to 12k. Thank you so much for doing this for GavsWeatherVids. And if you subscribe, you're going to be able to see future weather content, including live streams and long range and short range and everything else that we do on the channel. So thank you so much everyone, and drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And that's it, we're done with this one. So you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. Try and stay cool if you can. As I say, it's very hot out there. So try and stay cool. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And we'll be back at 7 p.m. with our second Winter 2021-2022 preamble. So check that out from 7 o'clock. Tomorrow we'll have a 7 a.m. forecast. European Outlook should be back tomorrow if my jaw sort of loosens up. And we'll have another 10 to 14 day as well. So keep checking back. Channel for all of the updates. But for today's videos, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.